Welcome to Thursday nights and our Thursday night edition of the show. I just wanted to say hello, tell you a little bit about what Pageantry Now is all about, and hopefully we will have our guest on. I know we've got a couple of people that are already popping into the show, so I appreciate it. Pageantry Now is designed to be able to shine light on the positive things that happen through pageantry. We have special guests that come on and share their stories about what they're doing in the community and how they're making a difference, and tell the stories about how they got involved in pageants and why pageants have made a difference in their life, which is super, super important because so often we see so many bad ideas about what pageants are about, either through reality television or even on the bloopers after a big pageant special. Hi guys, how are you? Thanks for being on. I'm so happy you're here. So happy to be able to see people popping in. So yay! All the crownies are in the house. Again, my name is Stacey Shara Simpson, and I am the host of Pageantry Now. Not only can you find us here on usually Tuesday, Thursday, or Sunday nights, but we also do live events. So we are live on the red carpet at different events. Next Wednesday night, we will be live at a red carpet event with Miss America at the premiere of Big Persona's new movie, The Heart of a Beautiful Woman. So we're really looking, or The Mind of a Beautiful Woman, sorry, Big Persona. So look forward to that, where we're going to have Miss America and be able to interview her as well. So you can always find us on Facebook, you can find us on YouTube, on Twitter, and Instagram at Pageantry Now, and you can always watch the recaps of the show on Pageantry Now on YouTube. So there you go. Yay! Hey! How are you? Oh my gosh, everybody's in the house. I love you guys. Oh, I know. But Jen, thanks for being on. I hope your mom is doing well, and that I know, send love to her. I know that she had to have dialysis today, so much love. Oh, do you like frogs? I don't know. Maybe I like frogs. I like frogs. Hey, Nicole. How are you guys? Oh my gosh. Hey, Heather. How are you? Sam, thanks for being on. All right, so I'm looking. Hey, Kaylin. How are you? Thanks for being here. Happy Texas. I hope you're having a good time in Texas. Actually, our guest is from Texas. She's previously from the BSA Latina program, and is now the reigning Ms. Woman, Dallas, United States. Let me just message her really quick and see if I can catch her. For some reason, I don't see her in, so I'm hoping that I know she's been messaging me. Oh, good. I'm so glad. Okay, hold on. I gotta give her directions. All right, sorry guys, sorry for the dead air space. I apologize. Yes, you do. Oh, Sam, I forgot. God, my brain totally forgets that BSA Latino is going on at the same time as Galaxy. And so, yes, you do know her. So it's going to be awesome. So you're going to see. Let me see. Hold on 1 second. I haven't seen her log on yet. So, but it's Gigi. Gigi's coming on. So you'll get to talk to her and send her messages and ask her. Alright, she's like, how do I find you? I can see the show from last week, but I can't see you. So hold on one second. We're just checking out the technical glitches. It's the only challenge with the new media is that it's always hard. I mean, you guys know. Some of you have been on the show, so you know that sometimes it's hard to log on. And I'm trying to just see if she's in the audience. Hi, Felix. Hi, Vanessa. Thank you for joining me. I appreciate you guys being here. Austin, woo woo! One of my friends was in Austin last night. I used to live in Dallas, and I was Mrs. Texas many, many years ago. And I love Austin. Austin is the best. It's so fantastic. Hey, Jay, what's up? Gosh, it's good to see all the cronies in the house. So, yeah, howdy. Oh, Quentin, thank you so much for giving me the likes. I appreciate it. You know, Dallas and Austin. I know. I haven't been doing shows quite as often as I was previously, just because I've been kind of busy. And I appreciate all the love, and it's great to see all of my fans back. I've missed you guys, and I'm just doing. All right. It might be a new crown. Heather, are you on? Do you want to say anything about the new crown? Whoa, it's pretty. I have done some traveling over the country, although right now I'm grounded. I'm not allowed to fly. Haven't been having some problems with my heart, so I have been having some issues. So hold on one second. Imagination, how can I help you? Hey, sweetie. Okay. So you're on YOUNOW or YouTube? Okay, so it's younow.com/PageantryNOW, and it should show that I'm live. So you could see a live feed of me. Do you not see it? Try logging out and then log back in. And Samantha, Miss Teen Canada, is on, so she's like super excited for you to come on. So. No, it's okay. It's all new media, so it's not easy for everybody to. That's what Samantha just wrote. Okay. Okay, let me see. What? 20-year-old? We have a guest that's coming on, Quentin, and so we're trying to get the guest to come on. So hold on just a second. Oh, there she is. I see. Okay, leave it there, and let me send you a request. It's Gigi. Okay, and then you're going to see a little thing pop up that says inviting you to go live, and click on that. Give it just a second. Do you see anything yet? Alright. Let's try this. No, you're fine. Hold on one second. Someone captured the moment. No, don't capture the moment of me on the phone. Okay. Up in the corner of the chat where you'll see chat, because it should show everybody in the chat, there's a little green button that is like a face with a camera. It says guest. Do you see it? No, it's under mine. It's in mine, so you'll see it in the live feed. You can hear me right now, right? I can see you. You're in the show right now. I can see you in it. Okay, okay, go up higher. All right. Okay, and you don't see me on the telephone with you? Okay, guys. All right, maybe I'm having a glitch. Okay, so let's do this. Yeah, it says 0 guests. I know, Sam. No, hold on. I think we'll talk through it. Okay, so you're in the show because I can see you in the chat. So is there a spot that you can see that says chat with the viewers? And you don't see anything with me where it says I'm live or Pageantry Now is live? Yeah, that's really strange because, okay, try logging out again and then log all the way out of it and then log back in. Because I can see you in the chat, so I know that you're there. So, and it says you're here now. Sam, stop! Samantha keeps capturing the moments of me on the phone. Okay, all right. So did you log out and then log back in? Hi! Okay, hold on 1 second. So now you'll see right now where it's sending you an invite. All right, we're good. Okay, click on that. Okay, bye, babe. Sorry, guys. We're experiencing some technical issues. Quentin, we're glad you're here. Sorry it was confusing. It's just not always easy to be able to. I know, Jennifer, it seems to be the way we roll, huh? Please stand by. One of our representatives will be with you momentarily. We're experiencing technical issues. Oh, don't be lost. Don't be lost. Don't be lost. All right, Gigi, let's try this again. You can hear me, right? So, so it should say go live. Sorry, the representative is having technical issues. Can you hear me, Gigi? Type if you can hear me, if you can hear it. There's a delay. Okay, so is it showing that it's trying to load? Okay, all right. Yeah, she might be having some issues because it's above the Wi-Fi spot. So let's see. Try one more time. Hold on, sorry, dead airspace. Please stand by. All right. Let me call her back because I can see her in the show. You guys can see her on too, right? Yeah. All right. Wow, Gigi's got 59 fans already. She's much cooler than I am. Oh, she logged out. Where'd you go? Hi, Karen. How are you? Okay, it might have taken you live on your own show. Yeah, it might have. Well, let me see. Let's try it one more time. Okay, there's a little camera that says be a guest. It should be like above the chat. So like where the chat is. Okay. Are you on your iPad or on your... Okay, maybe because I know they just did an update to the iPad. So let's... And you're not seeing anything where it says I'm inviting you, and that it should be like a little camera that shows that you're being invited to be on the show. Oh, Sam, that's awesome. Good. No. You'll have to actually click the button to be able... I see you in the chat. Oh no. Alright, and you don't see like the little... It looks like a movie camera with a little face that says guest or be a guest. Hold on one second. Let me see if I can get... Because I can't log into the account on my account on my iPad to see what it looks like. Okay, I see you there. I can hear you. I can hear me. No, I can... Okay, there. Come on. Hey, Maria, how are you? Thank you for being here. Are we connecting? Yay!
Bravo!
Woot!
Hi.
Hey, gorgeous. How are you?
Forever. I apologize. I guess I'm not as smart as
No, don't. Honestly, this is all new technology for everybody. And I mean, honestly, Jennifer, how many times have you been on? We're all like, wow, we're having some issues right now. So it's part of the show, and not everybody gets it right away. And
right.
You know, it's like, yeah. Jennifer goes, 3 times we've been on and we've had issues. Like we've had Burgundy Mallory, who runs her own radio show, and Burgundy has had issues connecting. So don't think that, I mean, she's 24, 25, so...
I broke a sweat trying to log on.
No, girl! Okay, do me a favor. Introduce yourself to everybody so they know who you are.
All right, so I'm Gianna Castillo. I go by Gigi, and I am your new Miss Woman Dallas, United States 2017.
Yay! And some of our viewers might know you previously from your previous title.
Yes.
So would you mind sharing your previous title with us as well?
Yes. So in 2015, I represented the state of Texas as Miss Texas Belleza Latina. And then for 2016, I was Miss Mexico Belleza Latina.
Woot! Slay! Woot! Quentin says slay. So the Miss Worldwide Teen Canada is Samantha, who is Miss Teen Canada Galaxy. So she's saying hi. So she's like, wait, do I know her? And I'm like, as a matter of fact, you do know her. Right. Okay. All right. So, and of course, Jennifer works with Crown Talk with Burgundy. She's an intern with her, and she immediately is starting with the questions. So the first question is, what is your platform?
Well, my main platform for as Miss Woman Dallas United States is mental health. And the reason why I chose that is because I am a disabled veteran and I am diagnosed with PTSD, depression, and anxiety. So it is my goal to bring more awareness to that, because it is a disability that not only veterans but many of us have, that it's hard for people to understand. It's not something that you see on the outside. So my goal is to just bring more awareness to it and educate people.
Absolutely. Fantastic. And I know if you would be so kind to just tell us a little bit about your story, which is a very compelling story with your military service and how you got to where you are. So.
All right, so I am a disabled veteran, Army veteran. I served in the Army for 14 years, and the only reason why I was medically retired is because I have a brain tumor that's non-curable, and it can't be removed. I can only have treatments for it, and I do have open brain surgeries for drainage and stuff like that. I've had about 20 surgeries so far in the last 10 years, so all of that really made me go into pageantry because during my 10-year journey and survival with this, at my lowest points in my life, I really learned the meaning of true beauty, the things that are important, and what really I am all about. So I want to pass that on.
Fantastic. And that is such a compelling story. And I think a lot of us that are older, and I know a lot of the younger viewers as well, that are title holders get involved in pageantry because they want a story to share. Whether it's their own or whether it's somebody else's, they have a platform. For those of you who are not familiar with the pageant world, a platform is something that you advocate about or that you volunteer for. And most of us have platforms so that we're able to go out and share our stories or our family stories, whatever it is that we are passionate or have been affected by, to be able to help change the world in a positive way and be able to give back and help other people that are going through situations. Jennifer responded to your question. She says, I love it. I have mild anxiety myself.
Oh,
So
God bless you, Mama. God bless you.
do you find that you have anxiety when you're dealing with a lot of these different situations and put under stress? Is it something that happens often?
Oh, yes, most definitely. I think, unfortunately, I have anxiety. I feel like 24/7. But I've learned throughout the years on how to deal with it and stuff. Pageantry, it has taken me outside my box and outside my comfort level. But I think it's a great thing because it pushes me to be a better version of me. So I just embrace it and I deal with it. Like my hands are sweaty right now, so just
Oh,
from
but
it.
no, it's just me. Okay,
I
you know
know.
me. It is not like we've never sat down and talked before. It's just Stacy. And it happens that a couple of my friends are at the party and asking questions too. So don't be sweaty. Don't be anxious. We're going to have a good time. We're a bunch of girls hanging out and, enjoying ourselves. So
Right.
it's all good. It's all good. Boy, we have girls and guys too. So, okay. So Samantha is going to ask you the hard question. So look out. She says, if an alien landed on the earth and, and you were in charge of introducing it to humans, where would you take it and why?
I think I would take it to the biggest network, TV network there is, and introduce that alien to the world that way. Because I would want to hit major exposure and be able to point out that no matter where you come from and who you are, we are all good people. We all have something good to bring to the table. So that's how I would do it. I think I would utilize media to just have that bigger audience and be able to make people aware of this alien on Earth.
You mean me? Okay, sorry. Sometimes I feel like that way. Okay, so Jennifer wants to know, what was the best memory from your national title, being Ms. Mexico? And what was your best memory? What was the best part about that, having a national title and being able to represent a country?
Well, I represented Mexico in a time where it was a lot going on, media wise in the United States, as far as elections and all that. And that was, I think, it couldn't have been a better time for me to represent Mexico. So I wanted to, the biggest and more dear to my heart memory, I guess, would be that I had the opportunity to help people vote, you know so that was really really big for me, and to just kind of educate my Mexican community about the importance of voting, and that's one of the most rewarding things.
Fantastic. Clearly, I mean, and I try to stay away from politics, but this is something that clearly affects you. Um, now that the election has happened and now we're dealing with, the reality of a lot of what I feel like is very negative situations towards Hispanics. How are you dealing with that? How are you keeping that positive? How are you trying to be able to, keep the Hispanic population around you still positive and showing that they have strength in numbers and the ability to be able, hey Melina, thank you for the likes, and how they're able to be able to still change our government and change the way we do things?
I think it's very important that we remain positive. And I think one of the things that I pull from is education. I think that's a word that's so powerful in many, many scenarios, in many situations. And this is one of them. So when I talk to the Hispanic community and this topic comes up, I try to just educate them and just kind of give the facts, and just kind of try to, change their, perspective on things and be more positive that way, just educating.
Right. No. And education about other cultures is so important. Jennifer writes, it's so important that we understand that, and I don't know that if everybody understands this, by the year 2020, Hispanics are going to be the majority in the United States, which means
Correct.
that there will be more Hispanic people either born here in the United States to first or second or third generation Hispanics than there are of any other race here in the United States. And without Hispanic cultures, just like every other culture that we have here, we are losing out on so much, and my feelings go out the same thing to the Muslim communities as well, that are being segregated and being treated differently because there seems to be so much separation, and that the best way for us to be able to get along is just to be able to understand about these different cultures, and people need to open their eyes and see different cultures and embrace the difference. Hashtag be kind to one another, please, 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 please.
Definitely.
Please.
Yes.
Please. I live in Miami. I was born in Detroit. I'm American, to really, really, really non-Hispanic parents. But I speak Spanish, and I try to embrace the culture, because to me, I'm learning new things about different places that I would never would never know about without leaving the country. It's like, living in Miami is like, I can go to South America, I can go to Cuba, I can go, just because of the people that live around me. And if you open yourself up to those different cultures, you learn so much about that. So
Exactly.
important.
Exactly.
And Quentin, I try not to use bad language, and I totally agree with you. I will not restate what you said, but I will agree with you. So, anyways.
I will say on this topic, I try to remain very neutral. I think that that's very important, because that's what gives me the ability to be, able to reach out to everyone.
Absolutely. And if you close yourself off and you seem opinionated one way or the other, you try to stay as neutral as you possibly can, you're able to touch more people with the positivity than you are with the negativity, I
Correct.
think.
Correct.
So, okay. So, Samantha wants to know, she says, yes, Stacy, I'm going there. Why is it that so many Americans cannot find the United States on the world map?
Why they cannot, Americans?
Why is it that most Americans cannot find the United States on a map?
I could give you 1,001 excuses for that, but it goes back to what we've been talking about, education. And a lot of times we go to school and we don't learn apply learning. We get taught all these things that often enough we don't even use, so it kind of goes out of our minds, and then we're put on the spot, and where's that, and we're like, because it's not something that we use every day. So maybe that might have a little bit to do with it, but it's definitely, once again, an education thing.
Absolutely. You are absolutely and it's funny because that was asked as one of the top 5 questions at Miss Teen USA in 2005. And it is probably the biggest blooper out of every question ever asked at any pageant because of the answer that happened. But it's true. It comes down to education. And it comes down to the fact that if we're not taught how to look at a map and be able to identify this is the United States, not only do we live as part of North America, which includes Canada as well as Central America, for those of you who don't know, North America goes all the way down to South America. So that's one whole continent, lots of different countries involved in it. Canada for the win! But Sam says you just rocked the answer, so you did an awesome job. So that was fantastic.
Thank you.
For Quentin, I would like to also say that Quentin said that I hate having to ask, did you go by he or she? I don't want to be disrespectful, but Quentin is transgender, so I want to make sure that I'm respectful. But Quentin says that I don't know, has really bad anxiety before they decided to transition. So so I think it's important to recognize that, you know, I think we all got to kind of go through anxiety. Right. He, him, and his. Thank you. I like to ask because it's important, and I want to be respectful. So thank you. Pardon me. Okay, so hold on, guys. You guys are really interactive tonight. You're asking fantastic questions. So just give me a second to scroll up. Okay. So Gavin,
I want to say something to Quentin if I can.
Absolutely. Go ahead.
I just want to say to you, I am a mother of an 18-year-old son that's gay, and equality is something that's so big, you know. So I want to commend you for having the courage to be you. Absolutely. You know, because that's so important nowadays. For myself, and you know this, Stacy, you know, I'm someone that some people say that I don't fit the mold for pageantry, but I feel like what I bring to the table and what I bring awareness to and what I stand for is bigger than what I look like. You know, I do have 11 tattoos for those who don't know. I have a big
She's
sleeve.
got an amazing sleeve. It is so awesome. Look at it rocks. It's so awesome.
Yes. And I'm often judged because of the way that I look. I'm a little bit more curvier than most. You know, so that's always something that I have to overcome when it comes to competitions, and I have to work a little bit harder for people to get to know me and not just, you know, get stuck on like the way that I look, you know. And I'm always want to say everywhere I go, be yourself and love yourself for who you are, and that will just be noticed by everyone else. And if they don't love you, they don't love you. You know, keep it moving. I mean, I feel like the people that don't get to know me and they judge me, honestly, I feel like it's their loss, you know, because I do feel like in the last 10 years of my life, I have learned so much about everything, even about just myself, you know, that I feel because of that, I can bring so much more to the table and be more relatable to people, you know. So yeah, do you.
Now, do you, and do you well. And I just want to add this, beautiful is the first word. Absolutely. You know it's beautiful. Be you, be the best. I always, when people ask me about me, how do you describe yourself? I say, I'm perfectly imperfect.
That's amazing.
I am built exactly the way I am. You love me, you hate me. That is totally up to you. That's your opinion. I get it. But I do me. And I know that having been a title holder in Texas, I was Mrs. Texas. And I'm a plus size woman. And oftentimes, because, you know, I am a plus size woman, I would get criticism. At the time that I was Mrs. Texas, I would have people go, "Oh, sweetheart, that's so wonderful. Where did you buy that crown and that sash?" And I'll be like, "I won it." No, seriously, where'd you get it? And I was like, "I really did. I won it." No, but baby, you're not a size 2. And I said, "You know what? don't have to be a size 2 to be fantastic. I got a news flash for
Nope.
you. At the end of the day, I'm 50 years old. I rock my bod, and I don't care what other people think, and I do me. And I think that was one of the things that you and I absolutely, I mean, there's so much that you and I bonded over that, like,
Yeah.
I think by the end of the interview, both of us were crying the last time I interviewed. It was like, oh my gosh, okay. Which
Yes.
is so, so important. So, all right, so I'm going to go back up and look. Quentin says that that building a wall is the frosting on the cake with banning the Muslims and dissing people that are trans, and so we really need to be able to make our diversity work. It's super important that we embrace all of. I mean, part of the United States. If we were all at the end of the day, we're all immigrants except for the Native Americans. So that means that everybody has to go home. Bye. So that's part of what we're built on, is being able to be diverse and a melting pot, and we want to be able to express that. So Jennifer wants to know, are you going for your state title, and what state title is that?
Yes, it's gonna be the Miss Woman Texas United States. So I compete May 14th here in Richardson, Texas. So I'm very excited about that. I've, like I mentioned about my last 2 titles have been in the Latin community. So I'm very excited to bring my diversity into the United States pageant. And we'll see how that goes. I know that I'm going to give it 150%. I have to.
You just be you. If you are you, they're gonna love
Thank
you.
you,
You're
Jennifer.
so fantastic. Like, I mean, honestly, you're amazing. Let me scroll up. We've had a lot of people that have made some really great good questions. So Jay wants to know, how do you feel about Betty DeVos, and do you know who Betty DeVos is?
Yes, she's in the Republican Party. She's a politician. Yes, I will tell you this. I don't tend to watch the news. The reason why, ever since I came back from Iraq in 2004, I kind of disconnected myself from the news. It's just my way of dealing with everything. I do get my updates from my family on what's going on and everything because it's still important. I will tell you, I respect everyone. I respect everyone's points of views. They don't have to be my point of views. They don't have to be my beliefs, but I still try my very best to stay neutral to every situation. And politics it's a big thing right now. It really is, and it's going to be for the next few years. But as far as her, I mean, I fought for freedom, and she has all the freedom in the world to speak her mind.
And there you go. You fought for our ability to be able to have our right to speech and for our right to be who we are. And we are forever grateful for that. So I want you to know that I appreciate that time and the effort and the things that you faced and I know things that are unspeakable, to be able to make sure that we're safe and that we have the right to be able to have the Bill of Rights and the Constitution.
Right.
And so
Right.
we really appreciate that, and so I'm grateful for that. So thank you so much.
Thank you.
I love you.
I love you.
Okay, so I was told that I need to scroll up and ask Felix's question. Gigi,
Okay.
your strength to educate and encourage others is very uplifting. What drives you to keep going? Great
My
question,
children.
Felix.
It's a great question, and it's a very easy question for me to answer. My children, I have 3 kids. My oldest, he will be 27 in March. And then I have a daughter who's 24. She just got married last month. And then my youngest, 18, which I spoke about him a little bit earlier. He's the one that's gay. And really, my 18-year-old is my angel. I love my kids all the same. With him, it's been a little bit different because since he was 7 years old, he's been the one to hold my hair when I had to throw up, to bring me my medications, to help me walk, because I have lost my ability to walk, talk, everything at one point or another in the last 10 years. So he has been my angel and who took care of me. So I feel like I owe it to him to take care of him now, and he drives me to be better. He drives me to have the strength to keep going. So I can't give up, And the way that I always look at it is like, why would I survive a total of 20 surgeries, 4 of them being open brain surgeries, and all the difficulties that I have encountered in this journey, if it's not for me to turn my pain around and inspire with it? So that's what drives me.
That's fantastic. And that's beautiful. I mean, at the end of the day, the most important job is being a parent. Out of all the things that you've done, all of the things that you're able to accomplish, being able to be there for them and inspire them is so fantastic. And I know that you totally support all of your kids, and it was great the other night when you were live getting ready for your event and your son was doing your hair. She's live as going, ask me questions, live on Facebook Live, and her son is curling her hair and she's doing her makeup, and I loved seeing that bond and that relationship, because that shows how proud you are of him and what he's able to do, how proud you are of yourself, because I know now you're doing a transition. You're in school at Paul Mitchell,
yes,
and he is as well. So it's nice to be able to see the two of you bonding together.
I want to share. I want to share something about that. I am 100% disabled, so I cannot be employed, However, I felt like my son needed my support to start his career, and he's always wanted to be in the beauty industry. He's really big on makeup, And I used me going back to school as a motivating tool to motivate him. He's been bullied for many years, and that's really affected his self-esteem, and for him to really see or have the ability to see himself how we see him. So I wanted to go back to school for him, to show him that, you know what, if I can go back to school with my disability, I have a very bad short-term memory. I have so many side effects from my brain tumor, and I still get up, and 3 days a week I'm in there for 12 hours, and it was to motivate him and to help him in the future be able to start his own business and be successful at it. So that's why I chose to go back to school.
I am 100% disabled as well, and I work from my bed, and I run my business from my bed, and everyone is always like, wait, you have a business? And I do, I do sometimes go to work and help out at work, but the truth of the matter is just because I'm disabled doesn't mean I'm dead. My life is not over. I've got things I've got to do. And PageantryNOW is a hobby, by the way. It is not my job. This is just something I do because I want to be able to highlight these amazing women and men that are out there doing amazing things through titles, to have a place where they can share their stories, because so few get an opportunity to be able to tell about what they're doing. And so I feel very, very blessed. PageantryNOW is a hobby I picked up a year ago, kind of on accident, and it's been a great experience. And
I thank you for creating PageantryNOW.
I'm so grateful because I've met so many amazing people like you. So, no, that's cool. Quentin, don't worry about it. We're cool.
I want to tell Jennifer, Mama, I got your mom in my prayers. No problem.
Oh, so you're seeing the scrolls too? Okay, yeah.
Yes,
and I already sent them to you, Jennifer, earlier today. I know I've been following along. So much love to your mom.
16J had a question. Do I have PTSD from Iraq? Yes, I do. I think not only from Iraq, but just from life, period. But yes, mostly from Iraq, because I went to Iraq. I was deployed in 2003. I was part of the first aviation assets that moved from Kuwait to Iraq. So yeah, I deal with that, unfortunately.
I mean, and I know that it comes with, my first husband was a soldier, and back before any of you were born, when there was a thing called the Iron Curtain, and went to this place called the Soviet Union where he wasn't supposed to be, and came back damaged. I mean, he was not the same person that left. And then loud noises, anything that, strange phone calls, anything that was just out of the ordinary. Immediately I was being thrown to the floor, and he was laying on top of me going, stay down, and I'm going, sweetie, we're good, we're good. And it was hard for us to transition because back then, that was 20 5 years ago, there wasn't any understanding of what PTSD was, and that these people were coming back. I mean, after World War II in Vietnam, it was called shell shock. But there was no way to be able to give support, and there still isn't. I mean, the reality is that there really isn't a great support system for our veterans who have served our country and need
Correct.
therapy and need, medications to be able to overcome their issues just
Yeah.
from what they've seen and had to deal with, not including, having injuries and then having to deal with that as well. And unfortunately, we spend tons and tons of money to send people to protect us, which is great. I think it's important that we, again, have that ability, but we need to be able to support our veterans just as much. They've worked hard for us, and you guys need help. So,
Well, when it comes to PTSD, this is one of the reasons why I chose my platform to be mental health. PTSD not only affects, the person that's diagnosed with it. I think it affects your whole family. So it's so important to talk about it and educate people about it. I was married when I was diagnosed with PTSD, and I will tell you, I'm single. I lost my relationship to PTSD. I have lost plenty of relationships because of it, because before I was stable, dealing with a brain tumor that already affects my emotional being, and then on top of it, adding PTSD, it was tough. It was tough. So it's something that I want everyone to know, that it requires a lot of education to deal with someone that has PTSD, and it's out there. You just got to reach for it, and a lot of patience, a lot of patience. I struggle with it, still to this day. I think one of my biggest adjustments has been, going from military to civilian, and even in school, I'm a little bit rough around the edges, being prior military and all that. And I'm just now with pageantry in school, learning how to be more ladylike and all that stuff. But PTSD is no joke. It is no joke, and it's a huge disability that many of us have, along with other mental disabilities. Like I said before, we are not scarred on the outside, so people don't know what we go through. People see me and they're like, "Oh, this girl is okay," like, why is she disabled? I get it all the time, and it's the hardest thing to get people to understand.
no, I agree with you totally. I wish that there was, and that, I mean, we did, back when my ex-husband came home, there wasn't even internet, so there was nothing. I mean, I think now when, we have a relationship still, but now he actually is a doctor of psychology. So he took what was something that was damaging him and turned that around so that he helps other people now. I mean, that's actually what he is, a professor and an actual therapist trying to help people with PTSD and overcome their issues, which I think is fantastic. To take those horrible experiences and to be able to turn them into a positive shows a strength that is, guys, hold on. I'll show you what my new title is in a minute.
Yes,
It's about her. It's not about me. Can I just wait until I get my headshots back? Oh my gosh, you guys are... Okay, anyways. So let's see. One of the things I wanted to tell you, Jennifer, I love you. I didn't realize you were autistic. I'm autistic as well, which I don't tell a lot of people. I'm on the spectrum, but I'm a therapist myself. I do behavior modification for kids that are going through, that are autistic, that are going through issues and trying to help them through it. You would never think that, because I talk endlessly now. So kudos to you, because I think that it's fantastic that you're overcoming,
definitely.
your disability, which it isn't a disability. It's a way of life. And then also to Samantha, I know that one of the biggest reasons that you got into pageants was because you had a speech delay, and a lot of people made fun of you, and so you are all about being the beautiful person that you are and expressing yourself. And she says that her campaign is "Be You," as in you, to full. which is fantastic.
That
And
is
I
fantastic.
think that is, I mean, it's awesome. She's taken something that, you know, she got bullied for and people, you know, attacked her for, which, I mean, I know the other day at your event, you got bullied at your event, right?
Yes,
You want to tell me a little bit
I
about
did.
that?
Well, I went to an event to be a judge for, and actually, I was very disappointed because it was within my Latin community, and I saw a huge segregation within the audience, you know, and it was quite disappointing. I've been a judge before, but I've never witnessed what I witnessed that day in that setting, you know, and I just couldn't believe it. Yeah, a lot of times the audience tend to just be a little bit like maybe they don't like the judges, you know, or a little bit quiet, or you know, kind of turn to the judges because we are judging and we might be judging their favorite or their family member or whatever. But to see that there was no respect to the contestants when they were having their own stage question and things like that, it really, really bothered me a lot, you know. And I think they knew that it was bothering me, and therefore they were a little bit more mean towards me. But like I said, before when I posted about that, it was not about me, it was about the girls on stage because people don't realize how hard we work, you know, to be on that stage, and that being on the stage is only the beginning for us and our journeys, you know. And we have to support these girls, and
Right.
that was really, really upsetting to me.
No, no, and it's hard. I mean, for anybody that is not familiar with the pageant world, one of the biggest things is that we are putting ourselves out there, which okay, yes, we are doing that. I mean, that at the end of the day, you know, we're subjecting ourselves to that. But we're putting ourselves out there to be able to express ourselves and to be able to share our stories, and it's terrifying. I mean, there are moments that, you know, I've been on stage where, I mean, I fell on stage. My first national pageant, my first national competition, I pulled a Sandra Bullock, flat faced, fell on the stage and just got back up and went, okay, we'll just roll with it. I mean, I got no choice. It's you know, this is it. And, I mean, I placed, which, I mean, who would have thought in a million years I would place? I was like,
That's
okay,
what I
well,
think too
that's
about like when I
done.
compete. I'm like, what?
Yeah, no, I
Yeah.
mean, I
You
gotta, like,
know,
you
I
know,
can relate to that.
go ahead.
One of my one of my side effects for my brain tumor is I get off balance like really, really bad, you know. So my biggest fear when I'm on that stage is that like I'm gonna be off balance and I'm gonna look like I don't know what I'm doing, which you know, bright, I don't know what I'm doing, but you know, uh, but that's always like my huge concern that I'm going to get off balance in them heels. So that's something that's very scary. Luckily, I haven't, you know, had that happen to me. But Sunday when I was a judge, we did have a girl that slipped and fell, you know. And once again, the audience being so segregated and not really being team players, you know, they did not encourage her to get back up and continue, you know. So I kind of had to take the lead on that and just kind of clap and be like, come on, girl, you can do it. You know, you can do this. So she did. She got back up and everything. But it takes a lot, for those who don't know, to be on that stage, you know. It really does. So we have to support each other.
Yeah, no, I agree totally. I mean, and to let you know, like, it happened to Miss USA 2 years in a row at Miss Universe. Our Miss USA's 2 years in a row fell on stage. You know, it happens. I mean, you know, the shoes are slippery, you lose your balance, you get stuck on your dress, you know, whatever. I mean, and honestly, so I don't know how you girls now wear the Chinese laundry, you know, 6-inch heels, because
I
there
know,
is
right?
no way in the world I could do that. So God bless you all. So I don't know how you do it, but yeah, no. All right, so let's go up really. Oh, and Quentin, thank you so much for saying that we're beautiful, amazing. You're amazing for being here and sharing your story, and I really, really
Thank
appreciate it.
you.
So thank you so much. Let me see. Just scrolling up, scrolling up, scrolling up, scrolling up. Okay. So, Sam, that sounds like your first pageant where they were not very supportive. You said that the first pageant, the head judge was texting during the preliminaries and during the interviews, which I think is really,
Oh, wow.
really rude. I mean, you're putting your all out there, and I know my first judging experience was, Danica, thank you for becoming a fan, was mortifying to me because I got a stalker out of it. Like, I actually had a mom that sent me a dead animal to my home. Like, found my personal information, and I was like, your 4-year-old. I mean, I got no control over it. I was one of a panel of judges, but somehow she decided that I was the one that was the reason that her daughter. I know. I was the reason her daughter didn't win, and I was like, okay, we gotta roll this stuff back a little bit, because being on stage is difficult. Being a judge is difficult because you're trying in a short period of time to be able to pick who the best candidate is, and it's hard. So, I know.
Yes.
So, Jennifer, you use Helen Hart heels, and they're the best. I can't wear heels anymore. I got hit by a truck riding my bike 5 years ago, so I have damage to my spine. So I can only wear little itty bitty heels, and I'm like, you don't like it, tough.
But you're still fabulous.
Thank you. I do. I do what I do. So, anyways. Oh yeah, I'll fan you back. Fantastic. Thank you for being here. Okay, so what do you think? What are you looking forward to with the new title, the new pageant? I know you've gone into a different system now, which has different rules, different expectations. Tell me a little bit why you chose doing United States and what you're looking forward to with competition.
Well, I did my homework about the United States system, and I think it's a great system that's been around for decades. And there's not a lot of systems that give the opportunity to other women to compete, And this time I wanted to get away from just, staying in my culture. And one of the things that I look forward to is bringing diversity to the United States system. Not to say that they've never had a Hispanic girl compete before, but more on the sense of like I said, I am different, and I want to show people that being different, it's okay.
Absolutely.
It is 100% okay. So I
Absolutely.
just want to, hopefully with that, encourage more people like me to do things like this. I think that it's an amazing system that gives you a platform to work with your platform, and empowers you and lifts you up way more to be able to do these things. So I'm really looking forward to that.
Bye, Pop-Tart. I love you too. Thank you for being on. I appreciate it. No, I agree.
Thank
and I
you
think
for being on.
It's super important to be able. The only way that systems are going to change who their title holders are is if different people enter the pageants and start winning titles. And
Exactly.
that means that we've got to be brave enough to step up and go, you know what, I can do this. And I think that that's what we're starting to see now. If anybody noticed at Miss Universe is really trying to work on diversity and being able to expand the idea that we're not all one look and not all one size. And I know Miss Canada had some backlash because she's got some curves. I mean, and by no means is she curvy. I mean, and you too, Gigi, like you lost like 100-something pounds, right? Like before you started doing pageants?
40 something pounds. Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
I
gained all that. Yeah. I gained all that because of depression, and going through surgeries and medications and everything else, But yeah, I managed to lose it. I'm still, I'm not a big girl by no means, but I am curvier, you know. The bust and the BBs are top and bottom are a little bit bigger than what is
Okay,
usually
don't
seen
take this
on a
the wrong
page.
time, Gigi. You're hot. Don't let her
Oh, thank you.
hashtag cancel. Say thank you, Stacy. I love my curves.
I do love my curves,
You're
and that's
hot.
one of the things that I want to bring that on and show people that it is okay for you to do this at any size, race, anything, you know. It's not about that, you know, and I want more people to focus on showing their inner beauty, you know. So that's what I'm working on.
No, no, and I know Samantha, but you know what Miss Canada, I love the fact that she came out and she said, all right, you know what, I am who I am, I gained weight, it is the way it is. I'm glad that she made top 6, because at the end of the day, she was amazing and well spoken, and came out and wasn't afraid to say, you know what, I'm not going to try to fit
Beautiful.
into your mold. And honestly, I think that's awesome.
Exactly.
You know, I don't have to
Yeah.
be what you think I'm supposed to look like. I'm going to be who I think I'm supposed to look like, which I was so proud of her. And I love the fact now that they have Ashley Graham co-hosting, because Ashley Graham is amazingly gorgeous. I have interviewed her in person. She is stunning, and for anybody to say she's plus model, she's got the most amazing body. I mean, she really does, and her personality is just like, she is flawless. She's flawless
Yes,
inside
it
and
is.
out. And I think that it's really fantastic that we're going to start seeing those little changes. And the only way they're going to happen is if people like us take chances and go, you know what, I'm going to do me.
Yeah.
Yeah. She's a size
Yep. And
14.
I'm a stand taker. Yeah.
Yeah,
She's beautiful. She's
she's
beautiful. You
gorgeous. I
know.
mean, honestly, I mean, she's 6'2", but she's as far as like the curves, her curves are almost like mine. She's got a smaller waist, so it makes it that much more accentuated. But yeah, I know. Plus, 14 isn't a plus to me either, but whatever. But yes, she is considered to be plus, and honestly, she's stunning. So anybody that doesn't know who Ashley Graham is, look her up, or you can go also to uh, my YouTube page and you look at my interview with her. I just laughed because she's 6'1" and I'm 5'4", so I felt like I was interviewing her breast, which was a little embarrassing, because I was like, "Hi, Ashley, how are you?" And then she bent down, and I was like, "Okay." but she's wonderful. She's fantastic, super funny, and a great role model. So I love that. So okay, so what do you want us to know that you haven't tackled already? I know we've talked a lot about a lot of different things. So yeah, it was like when exactly. I mean, everybody, they hug me, and I'm 5'4", so I mean, everyone, I'm interviewing people going, "Hi there, how you doing?" And then I'm not, and I mean, it is what it is. It is just, I come up to like your shoulder in your heels, right, Samantha? Thank goodness, Gigi, you're like 5'6", right? You're a little bit taller than me.
Yeah, 5'7".
5'7". I mean, I know
5'7".
you're a little bit taller than me, so yeah. That is exactly why I had everybody sit at Galaxy. You are correct. So that I didn't look
Exactly.
I didn't look so short. That's not why. It just was easier.
So what
Oh
would
my
I want
gosh,
people
totally.
to know
Yeah.
that I haven't talked
That
about?
you look on fleek.
I am not always. Like I comb my hair just for you. No, I was in school earlier, and I don't know if a lot of people know who Cedric King is. He's a disabled veteran amputee. So he came to my school.
Oh,
And oh
really?
my God, did I have like the most emotional moment. And I think it was perfect timing for him to come and speak to us. So my depression, something people don't know, my depression is really, really bad right now. It has been for the last 3 months, 4 months or so. And I chose to write about it on Facebook. I sometimes I write more in detail things. Sometimes I just write quotes or things that just kind of speak to me that day, you know. And so I do, 2017 day 1, day 2, day 3, and so on. I will tell you that being in pageantry before, I did get talked about being so open on social media. But I'm not going to change that. I'm going to continue to be open because that's the way that gives me the ability to reach out to people, you know. And some things I might say things that might not sound the greatest, but it is the truth, and I will always remain honest. So for those of you guys that want to follow me, is Gigi Castillo, Gigi Castillo on Facebook, and you will see this post, and I will post about if I'm feeling crappy, if I had nightmares, or whatever is like, to just live it in my body with PTSD, depression, and anxiety, And I want people to know that I do get a lot of crazy messages like, why are you doing this? Why are you talking about this and this and that? But the good outweighs the bad, because I also get those messages that say, you give me hope. Because of you, and you talking about being abused before, you gave me strength to live my relationship and start a new life, like all these things, So I feel like social media, I might take advantage of it a little bit, but in a good way. So that's something that I will not change regardless of who tells me what. I will keep with that 100%. I think sometimes I have even been judged in pageants in a negative way because I'm so open. I've had instances where I have been told to take my picture down because I might be in a bathing suit or in a bikini and it's considered to be too sexy. And my reply to that has been, well, if I was 100 pounds in the same post with the same bathing suit, you would not be saying that. So it goes back to equality, and I should not be judged for having curves. I should not be judged for speaking my mind or any of that. One thing that I have learned about like having literally one foot on the grave before, time and time again, is to always speak my mind, and I don't want unsaid, So I tell people I love them all the time, even if they look at me like I'm crazy, I don't care because I want you to know that I love you. I tell people the things that I don't like too. I did have to learn about delivery because that's very important. Coming from a military world, my delivery was very straightforward. So I had to learn, how to deliver things, and how to be tactful, when doing so. But that's something that I want people to really take away tonight from meeting me, about how it is important to just be you, and don't conform to anybody else's standards, live with your own standards and be the better version, the best version of you that you can be, and I'm going in May to the United States pageant Texas level. And am I nervous? Yes, I'm nervous. I've never competed, bathing suit, or I've never even had an on stage question, but I know that my heart's in it, and I know that God will be with me every step of the way. And if I don't win, it's okay, because my goal is to, regardless if I win or not, to have the ability to just show the world who I am, to share my story and inspire people. And that is it. That is the sole purpose why I'm still here in this world, and it is to leave my mark. And one of these days, hopefully God will grant me the time to write a book and share my story.
Oh, that is so awesome. You're going to be awesome. You're going to be fantastic. And honestly, situations like this where people are asking you questions that you don't expect, get you ready for on-stage question. It's no different. People are sitting here going, you got this, you got this, you got this. And you know what? That's what it's like. It's just the exact same thing. But sharing who you are, sharing your message, sharing the true you is what's gonna shine. And they're either gonna love you or not, and that's their issue, not yours. So
And you know what, in pageantry, I even learned that about myself, that, it just reassured me that I have to be myself, because not knowing the pageantry world and being very nervous, it kind of stopped me from uh, showing, excuse me one second, had to get a Kleenex, but it showed
No
me
crying.
that
There's
I
no
can't
crying
stop
in
being
pageantry.
myself. I know. Well, let me save the tears for when I win, right? Speak it into existence. But yeah,
You're
I,
a
I
winner
had
right
to learn
now.
that
You're a
not
winner
to hold
right
back.
now.
Oh, definitely. I'm a winner at life, by being a survivor and everything that I have gone through. I am winning every day. Every day that I get up and I have breath in my body, I am winning. No doubt about it.
Quentin wants to know, how did you and your ex feel comfortable talking about uh, the situation when your son came out, and when did your son come out?
Okay, well, first of all, hold on a second. I had to get another Kleenex. 1 second.
Just
First of all,
hold on a
my
second. Just give her a
son,
minute. Oh,
yeah,
thank you,
my
Caitlin. Thank you
son,
for being here. We appreciate it. We're all about positivity. My name is Stacy. This is Pageantry Now. This is my friend
yes.
Gigi. She's Ms. Woman Dallas,
Hi.
United States, and we're sharing our story. So thanks for being here. We appreciate it. So
Yes.
back
So,
to
okay,
go
back
ahead.
to the question about my son. Well, I would say, since I could remember, since he was real little and he could show his personality and everything, I already knew. His father already knew. And we love him regardless. So it was never an issue. And as far as whenever he came out, really, he never really did come out to us. It was like it didn't have to be, a thing about like, oh, I'm coming out, mom, here I am, I'm gay or anything. We just knew, and we just lived life every day. Like, it's nothing abnormal. He's still a person. He's very normal like everybody else. I will tell you that through his teenage years, from 13 to now, um, I did have to work with him about just believing that who he is, it's nothing wrong with it. Um, a lot of times, kids in those situations, and because they're bullied, they try to either hide it or be somebody else, or they either grasp onto it too hard, and that's the only thing that they might show the world, that hey, I'm gay, and that's it. So I had to teach my son to be like, hey, yeah, that's a part of me, but that's not all who I am. I'm kind, I'm giving, I'm a sweetheart, I'm very loving, funny, all these other things. So I had to tell him, don't lead with solely, hey, I'm gay, because then you're not given the ability for people to really get to know you, all of you. Your
Right.
sexuality doesn't really matter. And that's something that I always told him. And because he never really came out to me and said, hey, mom, I'm gay, throughout the course of his life, I've always just let him know, excuse me, I've always just let him know, mommy loves you regardless, and mommy's proud of you, and I'm always going to be your biggest fan and biggest supporter, as long as you carry your life in a respectful and healthy way. I'm here for you. And that's what it was all about. Yeah. And his dad has no issue. We love him. We co-parent amazingly, thank God, so that's not a problem.
I think that part of the challenge is that we spend too much time trying to label people or put people into a specific box. At the end of the day, if we get rid of those labels and we get rid of, these expectations of what we think they should be, and we just start treating human beings as human beings and supporting who they are and what they
Right.
are inside. It doesn't matter. It does not matter how you look, what religion you are, what race you are, what gender you are. It's about being you, and we need, if we could find a way with humanity to just go, you're you, Gigi. I love you. I love you just the way you are.
Thank you, love.
Wouldn't life be a whole lot easier?
It took me, I will tell you, it took me there's always a life, lesson taught in every struggle that we go through, and there was always questioning my mind, like, why do I go through this? Why do I have to be in pain and everything? But God has a purpose for me, and I think this is part of my purpose, be involved with this. I learned so much through my struggle, because I was one of those 20-year-old girls that was focusing on the wrong stuff, and the labels and this and that and the other, and it took me to, like I said before, to be at my lowest, when I couldn't even stand or look at myself in the mirror, and being bald and everything, to really learn the importance of life and why I was beautiful. So I encourage everyone to really learn that about them, and really do some soul searching, and learn what your true beauty really is.
And I urge you, anybody that's younger, and as the oldest one here, because I'm 50, because I'm older than you, right, Gigi? I'm 50. No?
Yeah, but you look wonderful.
So we'll leave it at
Slaying at 50.
So, I think that if you can accept yourself the way you are right now, your life will be a whole lot easier. It wasn't until I was in my 30s that I started to realize my value, and started to realize it was okay to be me, and it was okay to do me, and not be apologetic for who I was. And you become a much happier person when you're able to put what other people's opinion. I went through a time machine. Thank you, Sam. Oh my gosh, Jennifer, I love you. What you trying to move us to the top of girls? Oh my gosh, I love you, baby. You're so fantastic. Thank you. But I mean it very sincerely. The younger that you're able to embrace who you are, and to not be apologetic, and not try to fall into somebody else's expectations of who you are, the better life will be. You will be happier. You will be healthier. You will find love in your life because you love you. You can't love somebody else until you love you. And it took me a really long time to learn that lesson, but I am so grateful that I have. And it took me having to have struggles. It took me having to face my mortality in a way that maybe I wasn't ready for. I was diagnosed with terminal cancer 20 years ago. They gave me 8 weeks to live. And I hated my body. I hated who I was. I hated everything about myself. And when I got to the other side of it and realized this amazing body, this amazing person was able to overcome that, I was able to love me and go, you know what? I'm here, bring it on. So there you go. All right. No, don't rude if you're self-obsessed, but oh my goodness, oh my gosh, Quentin, you know what? I understand that. I know you're not being rude or obsessed by your label. I mean, honestly, I know that it's difficult going through transition, and being able to say that you're transgender, and that you don't identify. I watched the whole Katie Couric story, so I don't know if you guys have seen, there's a special that Katie Couric did on National Geographic about transgender and sexuality and gender identification in the world, and how different cultures look at it. And there are different cultures out there that being transgender is part of their culture. I was like, score! They even have their own names for that. And I thought, wow, you know what? That we need more people being more accepted of who they are. And I'm sorry that your parents had to go through a divorce, and I'm glad your mom is there to be able to support you. And fantastic. So if I were a boy, what would be the first thing that I would do? Honestly, this is really inappropriate. The first thing I would do would be able to pull down my pants and pee. I'm sorry. I just have to say it, standing up. being as honest as I possibly can. If I were a boy, the first thing I would do would be pee standing up, because right now the way it works, it ends up in my socks, and it's just not comfortable, not good, not okay. So there you go.
That's a good one. That's
okay, Gigi, what about you? If you were a boy, what would be the first thing you would do?
Well, you beat me to that one, because I wish, like, when I was in Iraq, I wish that I was a guy, because peeing everywhere was very hard. So I can relate to that one. But if I was a boy, what would be the first thing I would do? Gosh, I don't know, because I feel like regardless of being a female or a guy, I think I'm so outside the box and I already tried so many other things. But probably embrace the fact that I just wouldn't wear makeup. I would just be natural and just, not wear makeup and not worry so much about things like that. I think in that aspect, life is so much easier when you can just, as a man, just get up and go, just, shower and shave and keep it moving, So it takes a lot for us, to
a lot less
dry
stress.
hair and lashes. Yeah, it would bring a lot less stress. So I would just, as a boy, I would embrace the fact that I just wouldn't wear makeup.
I got to be honest, I only wear makeup when I'm doing stuff like this. The rest of the time, I'm Miss Stacy. And, it's funny because when my students see pictures of me in pageant mode, they're like, Miss Stacy, you look or if one day I go to class and I've got makeup on, they're like, why do you have that stuff on your face? I'm like, out of the mouths of 3 and 4-year-olds, they have no problems with expressing to me how they feel. So, and
they're so honest. I love it.
No, honestly, that's the best part about what I do, and I've been doing it for 32 years. Because no matter what, they're gonna tell me. When I was going through chemo and I lost all my hair, I was equally as honest, and I was just like, they're like, Miss Stacy, why did your hair fall out? And I was like, well, I had to take this black yucky medicine. It made all my hair fall out. And you won't ever have to worry about having black yucky medicine. But, because I had to put it in terms that, 3 and 4-year-olds could understand. Be like, and hold on, Miss Stacy needs to go vomit. I'll be right back. Stay right where you are. And they're just like, okay, Miss Stacy, no problem. Just let us know when you're done. So, anyways, yeah, story of crazy life, and they accepted it, and I'm glad. So I wanna. Go ahead.
Oh, I'm sorry. I was gonna get off the subject just because I do have you also Facebook Live.
Hi.
So I want people to know if you could say hello and tell them a little bit about you and talk about your new title.
No, I don't want to do it on Facebook Live. Okay. Hi, okay. Thank you. All right, hold on a second. Oh, my gosh. Okay. My new title. Oh, my gosh. I just did my photo shoot today, so anyways. Okay, so you ready? Let me know. No, it is not America's Midget. Yes. Go ahead. You guys, everybody guess, and I'm going to tell you in a second. So please stand by. Oh, you're close, Samantha. You're close. All right, you ready? Are you showing it on Facebook Live? All right.
Yes.
Okay. Hi, everybody. I'm Stacey Shira Simpson, and I am the host of Pageantry Now, and I am also the reigning Mrs. Accomplished International. I was Mrs. Accomplished American, and I'm proud to be the new reigning Mrs. Accomplished International. I'm looking forward to an amazing year of being able to support women across the world. The Accomplished American program has been around for 12 years, and they've now gone international. So I'm really looking forward to being the inaugural queen for the Mrs. Division, and being able to share my story and hopefully encourage other women that are looking to have a title to go out, make a difference. The thing that's fantastic about the Accomplished American and the Accomplished International program is that it's all about who you are and the things that you do. It's not about being beautiful. It is not a beauty pageant. It is all about your lifetime accomplishments and doing beauty from the inside out. So it was my extreme honor to be the Accomplished American Queen, and then I was the Lifetime Queen, and so now I am Mrs. Accomplished International. So you can look for this.
Congrats.
Yay, thank you.
So proud of you. You're amazing.
Thank you so much. I mean, I'm officially done competing, but it is, for me, this system has meant so much more to me than just being a system. The director is my best friend, and I mean, but because we met through the pageant and we've become best friends, and without her, I wouldn't have been through so many amazing adventures, and so it is great to be able to expand our pageant now internationally. So if anybody's out there and they're looking for an international title, please send me a private message. You know what? It's not about being pretty. It's about who you are, Caitlin. You can do a pageant. Anybody can do a pageant. It is all about being beautiful from the inside out. Jennifer, see you later. My love to your mom. I want you to know that.
Bye, Jennifer.
My thought. Take care. All right,
thank you for watching.
The best part, no P words until you get... Yeah, I have to say it. Hadn't thought about that one, Quentin, but yeah, I'm honestly, I am, as my husband puts it, his chick don't lay no eggs anymore. I went through menopause several years ago because of the chemo, so yeah, I don't have to worry about that. So, anyways. All right, so thank you guys so much for being here. I appreciate you guys, Gigi. I want to call you Gianna, and I'm like, no, Gigi.
Yes.
Thank you so much for being here, for being part of the show.
Thank you for having me.
And sharing your story, which is so compelling. And I want you to know, come on the show anytime you want. If you want to practice doing interview, you know, whatever you want. I'm here to help support you. So I'm so proud of you.
Thank you so much. I want to say that I am so grateful to you for giving me the opportunity. You have been one of actually the only one that has reached out to me to interview me, that's involved with some kind of media in the pageantry world. So I want to thank you for giving me that opportunity to reach out to so many people that watch you, and you're fantastic. Keep doing what you're doing because it does make a difference.
Well, thank you so much. I do this because of amazing people like you who have amazing stories and amazing things that they need to share, and don't get the kind of recognition that they should be able to get because, you know, they don't fit into a mold. So let's break the molds. Let's change the world. Let's take it on together because we can change it.
Right. Before I leave, I want to just let people know my social media. So I have a fan page, Facebook page, Miss Women Dallas, United States 2017. My personal Facebook page, Gigi Castillo, Gigi Castillo, Castillo. And on Instagram at MS Women Dallas, US 2017. So follow me if you ever just want to talk about anything, any questions that you guys might have not had a chance to cover tonight. Always, you know, more than welcome to answer.
Fantastic. Thank you so much. You are beautiful, and I'm so proud of you. And
thank you, honey.
I can't wait to see you grow.
Thank
And
you.
you got this, girl. No matter what, you're wearing a crown.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Love you, and we'll talk soon.
Mwah, Texas
Bye,
love.
everyone.
I miss you. I gotta come visit. See you later, baby.
I gotta come to Miami. Bye, guys.
Okay, come to Miami. Come to Miami. But honestly, I miss Dallas because I used to live there. So we got to arrange it so that we can, you know, maybe.
Definitely.
Maybe I can come for pageant.
Yes, that would be great.
I have to private message you something. I may not be able to come to pageant. We'll leave it at that.
Okay.
All right.
All right.
Bye.
All right.
Baby.
Hope to hear from you soon, baby. Bye.
Okay. Bye,
Bye,
sweetheart.
everyone.
Thank you.
Thank you for watching.
Thank you. All right, everybody. I think you guys are fantastic. I am so grateful for all of our new friends that have been here and sharing their stories and being part of our world today. I'm grateful for that. Thank you for the amazing questions. Thank you for being interactive, because without my fans, there's no show. It becomes like dead airspace. So it's fantastic that we have people that are getting involved and asking questions and, you know, want to be part of what we're talking about and making a difference in the world. Thank you so much, Samantha, for being here. I gotta go be with my husband. I've been doing pageant stuff all day long. I was in a photo shoot all day, and I feel bad because his only day off is Thursday, and I've been pageanting all day. So our next show is next Wednesday. It's not our normal show time. Again, I will tell him hi Sam. Thank you so much. We will be interviewing Miss America 2016, Betty Cantrell, and we're going to be, like I said, at the premiere of the Mind of a Beautiful Woman from Big Persona. So if anybody is in the Orlando area and they'd like to go to the event, there are still tickets available. It's March 1st, next Wednesday, and I believe it starts at 5:30. But you can actually take a look at my Facebook page to be able to get the information. Again, you can find me at PageantryNOW on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, as well as on YouTube. You can actually see the replay of this show on YouTube as well, and be able to get more information. So, oh my gosh, well, Quentin, I'm so glad that you were here. I know. I wish you could, Samantha. But I will send you the information about Accomplish International, so it would be fantastic to have you because you're so amazing. I mean, honestly, you're wonderful. So thank you so much for being here. We end every show on the best positive way we can because we are all about giving back to the world. So be kind to one. Want to learn to spell. Be kind to one another, and hashtag Ellen DeGeneres, because she's amazing, and you know, if there's ever a role model that I've ever had, it's her. So yay, thank you guys. You guys are wonderful. Pardon me, oh my gosh, hairball. Thank you, tell your boyfriend thank you for spending time with us too, Quentin. And everybody have a wonderful night, and I will catch you next Wednesday. So thank you so much. See you guys later. Have a great day. That's a wrap.